welcome to another jewelry making video brought to you by keepsakecrafts.net. I wonder if you thought that all jewelry making involved doing wire work, but today I have a pair of earrings for you that has no wire working skills involved. So for today's earrings, instead of doing the usual round of wire wrapping and making loops and such with all of our wire working tools, our earrings are going to be held together with this wax linen twine. It's great stuff. You can buy it in smaller packages, but I buy it in 50-yard spools. You can get it in different colors. I often buy it in black or white, but today I'm going to use the brown to go with these gorgeous bone donuts and these stone beads. I'm not quite sure what sort of stone these are. These were given to me by a friend who goes to estate sales, and whenever she sees a box of jewelry making supplies, she gets it for me. And these treasures were in the latest one. So we're going to use these 30mm stone donuts. They're about 1.25 inches across, and then these 3/4 inch stone lentil beads. I say stone, these are bone. And then also you'll need 4 of these little 1/4 inch disc beads. I believe these are dyed shell. I'm not 100% certain, but go through your stash and find what you have that will work. The only metal that we'll need for our project are 2 ear wires, and I've chosen this kind of coppery color to go with the other components that we have. The tools you'll need aren't many. A pair of scissors to cut the cord. An awl is very useful for helping place your knots just right, and I'll show you how to do that. And a pair of chain nose pliers just to open the ear wires, and that's that. So you'll want to start by cutting 2 15-inch pieces of your wax linen twine. And I'm going to start by put that out of the way. Start by folding this in half. Meet the ends, and then fold it in half. And then right where that loop is, the center, go ahead and make a knot. And this is the knot that's going to hang from the ear wires. So we want to place that pretty close. We want just a little tiny loop, just big enough to put into the ear wires. And you can use your awl here. I think my fingers are going to do it just about right. So just a little knot that will go through the ear wires. Next, I'm going to slide on one of these stone lentil beads. The nice thing about the wax linen twine is the wax makes it stiff, so it goes fairly easily through beads. You don't need a needle. Let's see, sometimes what you have to do is just kind of twirl it a little bit in your fingers. That will stiffen it up, and then you should be able to slide it, there we go, right onto the bead. And you only have to slide one of the pieces of twine through the bead and slide it all the way up to that knot you just made. And then next we're going to make a knot right below the bead. Now you don't want it to be pulled back like this, and you don't want any slack in this one. You want the knot to be right below that bead. It looks best there. So we'll just hold the two together, tie it around, and this is where the awl comes in handy. You can put it inside that knot and pull and just place it exactly where you want it. So right below that bead. Not pulling it to the back and not leaving any looseness in the twine that's going through it. Then next, we're going to put one of the pieces of twine through the hole of our donut. And then put the other piece through the hole from the other side. Now I experimented here, and you can too. I tried tying a knot here with the 2 pieces of twine rather than just leaving them crisscrossed, and I liked the look better when they were crisscrossed. but go ahead and experiment with yours and see what you like best. Next, we're going to place another knot right below this. Again, don't have it pulled to the back or your earrings won't hang nicely, and don't leave slack. Just have it right below that donut bead. And again, the awl. Especially this twine, because of the wax, it's wonderful that it's sticky, but it also can be a little difficult to maneuver. But the nice thing is when you put a knot in the wax linen twine, it's not coming out easily. I have taken knots out of wax linen twine and it's not fun. This stuff is cheap enough. If you mess up, I recommend just cut it off and start over again. Alright, would you believe we're nearly done? I'm just going to add on my little discs. These, the way these came to me, they were kind of stuck together, so I just left them that way, but if you were to apply a little pressure here, they would separate. Now, sometimes the twine will get a little squishy. It's gotten a little beat up going through beads being used, and if it does, you can always just cut off like a ½ inch. I accounted for extra in the measurement. Or just try, usually just twirling it in your fingers to tighten it up works. So I'm going to place this one just about 1/8 of an inch below the knot, just so it kind of dangles. And then place a knot right there to hold it. Okay. And then place your other beads. Tighten that up, slide it on, there we go. And I'm going to place this one a little bit below the other. I had thought of putting seed beads on the ends of the twine below these discs, but these colors, this design just didn't seem to need it, but that's something to consider when you're making your own. Okay. The next thing to do is just to cut off the twine about 1/4 inch below those knots. And having this much extra is good because it makes it so much easier to tie the knots, and it gives you a little extra if you ever did have to cut off any, so that you can get your beads through. Then the last step is to put on an ear wire. And we're going to open it the same way we open a jump ring. When you open a jump ring, you never want to pull it apart like this because it will weaken the metal. You always want to twist. And that's the same in jewelry for any kind of a loop. You always want to twist it to the side. So that's what I'm going to do. Just twist that to the side and then make sure I have this facing the right way. And then twist it back. And there you have it. Oh, did I do that backwards? Yes. Thought I checked too. Let's see. You may have to twist your knot like a 1/4 turn to make the earrings hang the right way. There we go. So that was quick and easy and kind of a fun project. Here's another look at the earrings that we made today. Like I said, no wire working skills involved unless you count opening and closing a loop. I hope that you've enjoyed this project and that you'll give it a try. Thank you so much for watching Keepsake Crafts videos. Here are 2 more videos that you might enjoy. Also be sure to click on subscribe so that you subscribe to this YouTube channel and don't miss a thing. And check out my blog, keepsakecrafts.net, where you'll find lots more crafting and sewing, all kinds of creative ideas and inspiration. So have a good one. Bye-bye.